Okay, Lamley friends, this is just going to be, we're just going to go for it, and hopefully the production value is okay. We'll see. For two reasons. Number one is I'm still getting the hang of these box openings, and number two is this is an awkward box. We're not used to these anymore. This is how Hot Wheels used to be packaged, and Matchbox, in these large, wide, flat 72 count case box, or 72 count boxes, cases. And A, I don't know what's in here. B, I don't know what year it's from, nothing. And C, I'm going to try and maneuver through the camera and get this thing open. But this is going to be fun. This is the one you guys wanted to see first. I'm glad that you voted for this one because I kind of want to open this one too. All I know is it says Matchbox Basic Cars 175 collection right here. There's a code 9996C1. And there's a code over here, 0151EA. Maybe it's an A case, maybe it's an E case. I don't know. Maybe some Matchbox guys know. I also, looking at the tape, I can't tell if this is a resealed case. So there might be something completely different in here. And obviously this came from Milezone, bought by wheel collectors, and they sent it to me. So this is a complete mystery. We might open it up and find that it was old dishes. I have no idea. Hopefully there's some cool Matchbox in here and we can figure out what year it's from, but we're just going to jump into this and let's just see what's in here. So bear with me as I try and figure this one out. Again, I have no idea if this is how boxes were taped back then or if this is resealed. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I'm gonna try get this. Okay. Get this in focus. Here we go. Oh wow. Okay, these look like, this does look like a case that has not been opened. I'm going to put some weight on top of here. Maybe those of you who have collected for a while know, but oh man. Okay, so we're just going to fold this down like this. And we're going to start, first we're going to pull out the first ones. I'm going to set this, I guess we kind of have a natural stage here. And we're just going to pull them out. Let's try and do it. Looks like they're maybe 4x4. So here we go. Alright. So I can move this in just a little bit. Shoot. Like I said, this is a work in progress. There goes our weight. Alright. Okay. Okay, we have Concept 1 Beetle convertible and an Audi TT Roadster. Now I'm going to look at the back here. 2000. This is the 2001 line. See the entire 2001 line of Matchbox vehicles. Get centered in on that. (2001) Matchbox vehicles. So this is the 2001 line. The case might be A, might be E. These are pre-Hero City models, so these are going to be more realistic, I think. We're going to see some good stuff. This is not an era I know too much about, but this should be fun to open. All right, let's get to it. Let's do a little more quick. So I'm going to move this back. we're going to try and make this work. Okay. So we have the Beetle concept, the Audi TT. We'll go by 2x2. Next to another Beetle. Let's see. Another Beetle convertible and the shovel nose tractor, which we see even today. Crazy, these haven't been open for 15 years. Audi TT again, so that's 3 of them, plus the Isuzu Rodeo, roadside rescue livery. I don't think I can, well, maybe I can pull this out. I can. Alright, there we go. That's better. Oh, there's some cool stuff. Alright, 2 more of the... Things got packaged a little differently back then, didn't they? It's not bad. 2 more of the Isuzu Rodeos. Hero Copter. Street Cleaner and the Snowmobile. Kind of get a sense of what Matchbox was back then, and it just seems like, you know, there was a time where things were a little just kind of goofy, but it's not, it hasn't always been licensed sports cars. There's a couple of nice ones. 99 Ford Mustang Coupe. Obviously the deco on these is a little busier than what you see now. Well, what you'd hope to not see, but or hope to see, but two more snowmobiles. Corvette, Chevy Corvette. We'll probably see more of those. And another Corvette. Such a big case. Okay, these are very cool. Ferrari 456 GT. And gold, back then, Matchbox would do Ferrari. Hot Wheels would do Ferrari. I think it was a Mattel license until Hot Wheels went exclusive. Jeep Grand Cherokee. With the boat. TV news truck. Land Rover Freelander and another Jeep Cherokee. Oh. All right. This is fun to open because this is actually a model I've been looking for. And they're kind of expensive on eBay. So wheel collectors, I might be keeping one of these and I'll send you payment. But this is the BMW 3 Series Coupe. I like it with these flower wheels. The flower wheels were new at this time. I think most people like this more spoked wheel. But I think just for the era I collect, and this BMW came with both. I know that flower wheel is pretty hideous, but I just like it because it's the era I collect. So happy to have this one, and I think there's a few of you out there that like this one too. These are all going back to wheel collectors. well, minus one of these BMWs, but there's more of these cases that they have, and so these will be available. 56 Ford pickup. You saw this. This is a casting they use quite a bit, and then that's a metal base on it too. That's a heavy model. That we now see more as the panel truck. Battering ram. You don't see too many 3-axle models anymore. If you do, it's highly likely that that there's no interior. Another really heavy model, all metal. The earth mover. They've switched that one around too, so now you've got the cab I think is still metal, but the hauler part is plastic now. Dirt smattering on that one. That one's kind of cool. Okay. Now here's just a winner. This is a model I would love to see back. And I know we've seen the model back, but in this livery. Even exactly the same. The Postal Service delivery truck. Licensed. Yeah, Matt and Matt, I'm going to be keeping one of these too. Because this is another one I've had my eye on. Full rear detailing. This is what you'd call a premium model now. Isn't that crazy? Can't tell if the base is metal or not. I think it's plastic. Love that one. Sorry. Ford ambulance. Again, metal body. Plastic base, full metal body, that's no longer. I can give you some close-ups. Trash truck, another mail truck. These cases, what I love about these, this is something that I know that many of you have suggested the Matchbox, and I know they've heard it, is notice that there's quite a few of the real licensed models. There's more of those than there are of other castings. That mail truck clearly was popular at the time, and so you can tell when we open that case, there's quite a few of them in there. Ford Escort, and I didn't say anything about the GMC bucket truck, but it's another one that I think the last time was used in the Superfast line. I like that Escort, gold or copper. Cement truck. Dodge Viper. Again, kind of a busy deco on that, but very cool nonetheless. Okay, one of my favorite type of Matchbox cars, police cars. Ford Crown Victoria, that's the older version. They've done, obviously, the more current version. We see that now as both a police car and a taxi. It's been modified a couple of times, but this is the older version. Full detailing too. Side, front, if you can see that or not, and then rear. Okay, more of the mail truck. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, let's see. I'm going to move this up kind of close. See if you can make out the wheels on that. Those are the 5 spokes. And from what I opened earlier, there's the flower wheels. I don't know if that, because they're black, there's no chrome on them. But that's interesting, a wheel variation, like sets of both. Very interesting. I don't know if I've seen them. Obviously wheel variations pop up, but usually if you see one in the case, you'll see all of the same wheel. But not in this one. Okay, that's interesting. Chevy Silverado and the Ford Crown Victoria again. Oh, casualty, a blister casualty. BMW 850i. Another casting I've always liked. And I think, because that's a broken blister, shocks. So the shocks are still happening then. One of my favorite features of the classic Matchbox. Can move that down. We see that on the Tomica Limited Vintage. But very cool. Oh, and look at that. Same thing. And we'll use the car. Wheel variation. Interesting. So that's two models. I don't know, maybe some of the others had it too, but I haven't noticed. Another Silverado and a VW Transporter. We're just making a mess here, but this is fun. Another Chevy Silverado. GMC tow truck. That is also being used still, but it's been modified. The hook on this version sways, oh, excuse me, moves around, but on the new version it does not. And it's all about that rule. There's only a certain number of parts that can be used. Doesn't bother me too much, but I understand if it bothers some, especially those that collect the older models. A couple more of the VW Transporter. Another Beetle convertible. Now, I just keep forgetting. Now let's just check something out there. If I go over. Okay, sorry, some technical difficulties. But I was going to go look at that Beetle. So outside of the wheel variations, there is also some casting, or not casting variations, but deco. So you've got two different versions of the same car. I don't know if that, I mean, I'm assuming that's a standard recolor. But we had, what, 2 or 3 of that bottom Beetle in silver with the deco on it. And then this plain white one with the tan interior. So, I don't know, maybe one is from an earlier year, like from 2000. I don't show any difference on the back. So, anyway. So that's a difference too. So we have 2 different versions of that, plus the wheel variations. The last 2 cars are the Camaro police car, I believe. So after our technical difficulties, I was still taping, but I thought I was taping, but I wasn't. So I'm hoping those are the last 2. I think they are. So anyway, that is the case. A 2001 something case. I don't, like, if it's an E case or an A case, I don't know. But some interesting things, I think, when you look at the case. Number one are those wheel variations on a, what I think would be a very popular model right now, the mail truck. And I think that's a fun one to feature. So if Wheel Collectors is cool with that, I might open a couple of these and give them a full feature, because I like that. Plus, this is a casting I think could make a return now and be wildly popular along with the BMW 1M or M1, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, lots of cool stuff. I think when you look at this era of cars, I think you can see that this is Matchbox how it should be. Real cars plus real looking, realistic utility vehicles, construction, fire, police, and I just sense that this is where we're headed back to. And I know sometimes, I mean, it won't be the same. We won't have metal bases. We won't have all the opening parts or the shocks. But based on the parameters of today, this is where I see things going. And when I see like the contractor truck and I see all the police cars and the Dodge Charger, I think this is definitely a throwback to this era. What's funny is just a year or two later, things went completely haywire, only to return to realism in about 2005, 2006, then to kind of go off the tracks again, and it seems like we're going back again. So who knows what the next few years will bring. I think it's going to be very exciting. Cool case. We got some more to open. We'll get to it later. Thanks, guys. See you later.